Hi everybody, you're watching Hyper Tiger XT. My name is Tiger, and in case you were wondering, the XT stands for... So this week, much to the absolute sarcastic pleasure of myself as well as my boss, I've been off sick with some kind of viral cold thing. It's had me out of commission since about Tuesday lunchtime, and as you can hear, it is still rattling around a little bit. It's been so bad that pretty much the only things I've been able to do are lie in bed, feel sorry for myself, and watch the absolute best and worst of what Netflix has to offer. Like, I've seen this thing done by Ricky Gervais, it's supposed to be a new thing done exclusively for Netflix, called Norbert, which is about some dude who works in a respite care home in the UK. But it was the most excruciating second-hand embarrassment extravaganza that I've ever had to take second-hand part of. Like, I know that Ricky Gervais is a bit of a tool, but criminy, this was like the worst thing I've ever seen by him. And then, mucus flowing from my face, mind you, I watched this British sci-fi show that's aimed at early to mid-teens, which, by the by, does not mean that your standards should be lower, it means, if anything, that they should be higher, that seemed to be trying to ride on the coattails of the Sarah Jane Adventures, which is a Doctor Who spin-off, which was absolutely amazing, mind you, called Wizards vs. Aliens, which sounds like the most exciting and incredible concept that there was, but the execution was complete rubbish. It was absolute total crap, and I'm very, very disappointed. Case in point, they gave the female-coded reptilian alien boobs. Why would you do that? They don't need boobs, they're reptilian, and also they're aliens, but they did, on the other hand, give them very, very sensible body armor. So I'm going to give them a small point for that one. And on a completely different but kind of the same point, all of the Australian shows that were on there that I tried to watch and then subsequently failed to watch were absolute rubbish. But in this case, the problem might actually be with me, because the ones that I did try and watch were absolutely raving. They had stars coming out of God knows where. I don't get the humour in most of what Chris Lilly does. Low-key racist, doesn't even know he's homophobic, borderline misogynistic kind of twit that he is. I don't get it. Illness-induced bitterness aside though, the last thing that I did while the fever was in full swing was rewatch some of the shows that I used to watch and absolutely adore when I was a kid. And let me tell you, they have not aged well. Like, take for instance Power Rangers. I know that that is supposed to be a cheese fest, but something has gone really quite septic in that fromage cave. I guess the point of all of this is that I'm wondering what the absolute worst thing that you've seen on Netflix is. Please tell me what this is in the comment section below, and I will make sure to either avoid it, or if it's bad enough, perhaps I'll subject myself to it and do a review for you guys. It's really hard to come up with these little inter-segment joke bits, and it's only the second week, so that doesn't really bode well. But I think I know what the problem is. I'm pretty sure that it's that I come up with a topic, and then I try and force a joke around it. Like, I know that this week I want to have something to do with glue. I've got the topic sorted out. I'm just stuck on the punchline. As you're probably aware, because I told you virtually the same thing last week, the weekends is when I do my big grocery shop, and whenever I'm in the CBD for that, I make sure that I go to the Tokyo hometown Japanese supermarket and pick myself up a sweet treat. And even though I've been sick this week, so I've been eating an incredibly large amount of junk food already, because that's how you get better, kids, I have absolutely no adult supervision, and I do what I want. So I grabbed myself these, which are cherry-flavoured sable or sablé, because I have no idea how to say that, biscuits. And even though I don't know what a sablé or sable biscuit is, I do know that I love cherry-flavoured stuff, so I'm going to eat these for you now. Okay, so for reference, they look like this. Doesn't that look tasty? Does that not look absolutely delicious? And now I'm going to put it in my mouth. Oh, they're really dry. They're really delicious, but really dry. Holy cow. I need liquid. I'm going to be back with liquid. Excuse me. Okay, now that I'm at least partially hydrated again, that was incredibly tasty, but if you couldn't work it out, no, they were moist. They were really, really moist. They were delicious, actually, like, not even being sarcastic. They were super tasty. They tasted like cherry blossom flavoured things, if you've ever had cherry blossom flavoured things before, and I don't know why you would, but, They're the kind of thing that I would serve with tea or coffee, but definitely with a beverage of some kind, not by themselves. Wouldn't just put them on a plate and expect people to go for them after they'd, say, run a marathon or anything. But very tasty, and if you like cherry or cherry blossom flavoured things, you should totally try and find some and pick them up. Earlier this week, before I got sick, this really absolutely adorable sweet guy took me to the zoo, and it was fantastic, it was brilliant, I had such a great time, until the aquatic mammals broke out. It was utter chaos after that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's enough of me for 1 week. I have to go to bed before I pass out from dizziness now. But if you did like what you see, then please remember to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, hit the like button as well, and don't forget to share me with your friends in all your social media groups, and please come back and see me again next week, yeah? Bye!